9th of November, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua, Vayeitzei.
Nobody else with us today?
Nope,
Okay.
so far anyway.
Okay. Let's go. Right. Super long Rashi coming up here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's actually one of the. It's not hard to understand on a simple level, but exactly what Rashi wants with us here is quite a major question. Okay. Yeah. Plus, actually, we're up to Pasuk Tezayin. By the way, I just want to make an interesting point. How old was Yaakov right now at this point? Hi, Mayor.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How's your Rebbitzin doing?
She's healing. She's home. And but she has to take it easy, obviously. It's a lot of healing to be done. But
That's a
Baruch
shame.
Hashem, at least she's comfortable at home and she's not in the hospital anymore.
Right. That's the first step towards healing.
Yeah.
Get out of hospital.
That's right.
Anyway, right. Okay.
You asked how old Yaakov was at this time.
Yeah.
So he already spent 14 years with Shem V'Aver.
Right. And he was 63 when he got the blessings. So he was 77.
77.
Oh.
How do
Okay.
you know he was 63 when he got the blessings?
To Rashi in the end of Parsha's end of last week's Parsha, where is it? Yeah. End of last week's Parsha. If you want to go through the Rashi over here, keep us busy till tomorrow. Yeah. Pasuk Tes. Chapter Chavches, Pasuk Tes.
This is a long Rashi.
Right. I warned you.
Yeah, Rashi says when he left his father, he was 63.
Right. Okay. So anyway, let's take that on. And we're not going to do the whole Rashi. We'll think. So it was
Okay.
Yaakov was 63. That means he was 14 years in the house of Ava, 77. So basically it comes out that the first time Hashem appeared to Yaakov, because that's what Rashi says, Hashem had never appeared to Yaakov before in a dream or in a vision. So the first time he appeared to Yaakov was 77. Okay? The first time Hashem appeared to Yitzchak was after the incident there with Yaakov and Esau, that Esau had sold his birthright. It says afterwards they went to, Yitzchak went to Avimelech, Melech Pelishtim in Gerar, and then Hashem appeared to him and told him, don't go down to Egypt. So if you calculate that, the Rashi says over there, they were 15 years old when Avraham Avinu died, Yaakov and Esau. That means Yitzchak was 75 years old. So he was at least 75, maybe even more, when Hashem first spoke to him. You don't find anywhere else Hashem spoke to him directly. Avraham Avinu, similarly, Akash Baruch Hu spoke to him. The first time the Torah records that Hashem spoke to him, it was Lech Lecha. Torah says he was 75 years old. There's a discussion, could be that the Brisbane Absarim, the Maisa, a bit of a discussion about that, but the Chayra of the Brisbane Absarim, Avraham Avinu was already 70 years old. That happened earlier. Some of Farshim learned he came to Eretz Yisrael, went back again and came back again. It's a big discussion. But anyway, upon him, Avraham Avinu was no less than 70 years old when Hashem first spoke to him directly. And similarly, Moshe Rabbeinu was 80 years old when Hashem spoke to him. First time Hashem spoke to him directly. So you see, even the Avos and the Moshe Rabbeinu, who's known as the greatest prophet of all time, Hashem did not speak to him till he was 80 years old. So I'm certainly not 80. I don't know if you, where are you holding? So you still hope. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know all the prophets. Mustafa, there were younger prophets than that. But you see, certainly the forefathers and everything, Hashem didn't speak to them in prophecy, didn't give them a prophecy till they were no less than 70 years old. Okay, let's continue. Pasuk. I'll tell you what. Where are we over here? We'll give Meir the long pasuk. So Lou, read pasuk Tez Zayin.
Zion, Vayikatz Yaakov Naso Vayomer Achein Yesh Hashem b'makom hazeh va'anochi lo yadati. Yaakov awoke from his sleep, and he said, Hashem in this place.
Achein means indeed.
Indeed, Hashem is in this place. And I did not know it. So on the phrase, I did not know it, Rashi says, She'im Yadati, that if I had known, Lo Yishanti, Yashanti, Bimakom Kadosh Kazeh, I would not have slept in a place as holy as this.
Right, in such a holy place. Okay, you just excuse me 1 minute. I have to use the bathroom for just a second.
That was 16. Okay. Hello. Okay. Yadati.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay.
Yeah, Pasuk Yud Zayin.
Yud Zayin. Vayira, Vayomar, Manomar Hamakom Hazeh, Ein Zeh Ki Im Beit Elokim B'Zeh Sha'ar Hashemayim. So, and he feared and said, how great is this place? It is not other than the house of Hashem. Oh, wow. And this is Sha'ar, the gate of the heavens.
Gateway to heaven.
Gateway to heaven. Okay. So Rashi, Ki im beit Elokim. So this is the house of Hashem. Okay. Amar Rabbi Eliezer b'shem Rabbi Yossi ben Zimra. Okay, so Rabbi Eliezer said in the name of Rabbi Yossi ben Zimra, Hasulam hazeh omeid bever sheva the emtza shipuo magia keneged beit hamikdash. Okay, so this ladder is standing in Beersheba, and the middle, what's shipuo?
Middle, well, that means Shipua means the middle of its slope.
Oh, slope. Okay.
It's incline.
Incline.
Magia
Okay. Says
Kneged Beit HaMikdash.
it reached opposite.
Well, it's corresponding to the Beit HaMikdash.
Okay. Be'er-sheva omeid bidroma shel Yehuda. Okay, so Beersheba was standing in the south of Yehuda.
Beersheba is situated bidroma shel Yehuda, in the south of the territory of Yehuda.
Oh, Yerushalayim b'tzafona. Oh, okay.
Sham is in the north. Bigvul
Bigvul shebein Yehuda uVinyamin.
The border between Yehuda and Binyamin.
Okay.
Ubeis El. Carry on.
Hold it. I just lost my place. Okay. Uveit El Haya B'Gavul Shebein Yehuda uVinyamin. No. Hold it a second. Uveit El Haya B'Tzafon Shel Nachalat Binyamin. Oh, okay. So that was in the north of the territory of Binyamin. Okay. Bagavul shebein Binyamin uvein b'nei Yosef. On the Gavul, on the border between Binyamin and the children of Yosef.
Which means Ephraim and Menashe. We'll see that they were next to each other.
Okay. Nimtza sulam sheraglav b've'er shava v'rosho b'veit el magia emsa shipuo neged Yerushalayim. So it's found?
No, Nimtza means the result is.
Oh, the result is. Oh, okay.
Ladder.
Whose legs, I guess, are in Beersheba, and it's Rosho. The top part is in Beit El, and the middle is sloping.
Is corresponding
corresponding, Neged Yerushalayim, over
corresponding to Yerushalayim. Now, don't
Yerushalayim.
forget, we're talking about not a real ladder. We're talking about a virtual ladder.
Uh-huh.
Thing in his dream. But we're describing what the ladder which Yaakov Avinu saw in his dream. Where was it situated? Now, for many years, this Rashi bothered me tremendously, because where all of a sudden we introducing Beersheba. We haven't discussed it. We say Yaakov Avinu left Beersheba. He came to Haran. He didn't come to Haran. He went out. Said according to Rashi, he set out for Haran, and he came to the Mokem HaMikdash. And later on, it says it was Beis El. That's where the ladder was situated in Beis El, and he called it Luz. I mean, it was originally Luz, and he called it Beis El. Okay, so we're discussing two places, Yerushalayim and Beis El. Well, all of a sudden, bringing Beersheba. Okay?
Right.
So I had something, it was last year, I think it was, I had a sudden chap. How many times does it say the word zeh or hazeh in this pasuk?
Let's see, Zeh 1, 2, twice.
No, it says 3.
Oh, Hazeh. Yes, you're right. You're correct.
Right.
Okay.
Excuse me again, I have to use the bathroom. I'm sorry. I thought it was interesting. Sorry.
This is interesting. 3 times. So maybe that represents the 3 locations of the ladder. Maybe.
But
Beersheba, Beit El, and Yerushalayim. Oh, we'll find out when he comes back.
yeah, there's also the whole thing about Hashem compressing the space, that he was in the Beis HaMikdash, and he was in Luz, and he was in Hebron.
Oh, right, yeah.
It refers to those 3.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe that's that virtual ladder. It compressed it.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, anyway, so as I was saying, this it says 3 times the word zeh. So this obviously indicates there's 3 different places, because otherwise why does the word zeh need to be repeated? It could have said, if it was all one place, it says Vayira Vayoma Manora Mokem Hazeh, Hu Beis Elokim, V'Hu Sha'ar Shamayim. So in fact, it says 3 times zeh, points that we're pointing to 3 different places, indicating 3 different places. So that's why that's why it says that the sulam was situated in 3 different places. Okay.
No, it's that the Sulam was situated in 3 places, and not that the place where Yaakov was located was 3 places.
You mean to say, so 1 second.
It's the base of
How can it be in 3 places at once?
and it's Hebron. Isn't there a midrash that says that Hashem folded the earth? Brought all these
We had it before.
Contracted, yeah. Contracted, yeah.
Kipel HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kol Eretz Yisrael Tachto. Pasuk Yud Gimel. Nevertheless, I don't know. By the way, when I said it was in a dream, Yaakov's awake now. Suddenly I realized, possibly Chesai, it says Yaakov woke up. So obviously the dream, it's obviously the ladder was not, it's called a virtual ladder. It wasn't a real ladder. But you remind me my annual question. It's a similar one to that one I asked on Parshas Miketz, but this is the thing. The archaeologists were digging on Har HaBayis, on the Temple Mount, and they found this huge ladder. Whose ladder was it? No, so you're going to say Yaakov's ladder, right? The answer is it was a dream. So there was no real ladder. But anyway, here you might say mashma, but he pointed it, he could see. Zeh. Zeh always means something virtual, something you actually can see. That's what Rashi says in a number of places. Zeh Yiknu refers to Machzah. Shekel HaKadosh Baruch Hu showed Moshe Rabbeinu a fiery coin. And you find by the menorah, right? Zeh Matzah menorah.
The menorah is not referring to a physical thing. It's referring to an image of a thing.
I understand, but anytime you have the word Zeh, it means something visible. Something might seem like that. So if Yaakov is saying over here, after he wakes up, he says, okay, and Rashi explains he's referring to the ladder. So we sounds like the ladder was certainly maybe in the Yaakov's prophetic eyes, it was there still. He could see the virtual image of a ladder still there. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I presume that it's referring to the place, not the ladder, the place where he's standing. It says, "How awesome is this place?"
Okay, then the question arises again, why you mention it 3 times?
Right. I'm suggesting that it's because it's 3 places. It's Harabayas, it's Luz, and it's Hebron.
Beersheba, you mean?
Yeah, right, right.
So he was standing in all 3 places at once. Not just
Right.
the ladder was there. So the Rashi makes a big issue of the ladder. But you're saying he himself was there.
Yes.
Okay.
Why are you saying Rashi makes a big deal of the ladder? I don't see Rashi talking about the ladder at all.
Yeah, exactly. But Rashi talks about the ladder the whole time.
Oh, yeah, I see. It said the ladder stood. Okay, I see what you're saying. This is the house of Elohim.
Okay. Okay, let's see weiter. Okay. Now we have to that's Rashi part 1. Okay, now Rashi part 2.
Okay. Hey, Sha'amru Rabotenu, Sha'amar Kadosh Baruch Hu, Tzadik Ze Ba Levet Miloni. Okay.
The pater.
Pater below Lina. Oh.
Okay, now. So till now, Rashi's explained Vayelech Vayeitzei Yaakov mi Beersheba, Vayelech Choron means he went towards Choron. He hadn't been to Choron yet. Okay?
Okay.
So that's how Rashi explains, according to Pshutai, he was on his way to Choron, and then suddenly the sun set, and he laid down in the place where he right there and then, because he didn't want to travel at night, he wanted to, and he actually lay down to sleep, which he hadn't done for the past 14 years. Okay, and he has this dream of the ladder going up and the angels going up and down. Okay, so Rashi seems to learn Kipshuta. That's the Pshuta Shapas. It means there was one stage of the journey. It means Yaakov left Beersheba and he went towards Choron, and he stopped on the way to Choron. He stopped at the unexpectedly. He stopped at the Mokum HaMikdash. Okay. Now, Now Rashi is going to say, well, what are we going to do with that which our rabbis explained, explained in Cholin, Daf Tzadi Aleph Amud Beis. Uklape Shama Rabbi Seinu, Shama Kodesh Baruch Hu. Okay, the Kodesh Baruch Hu said, Tzadik ze bo lebeis Meloini. Right, this tzaddik came to my, how should I say, my
Hotel.
resting. Yeah, well, Beit Malon, that's correct. But Beit Malon means my resting place, where Kodesh Baruch Hu rests. Okay? I mean, Kodesh Baruch Hu wasn't Leonardo or the Plaza or something, right? Beit Malon means where that means Beit Malon means where I reside. The Apotabelina, and I will let him go without staying there, meaning sleeping there. Va'oid Omru, carry on there.
Okay, Va'od Amru, Yaakov Kira'ah, Yerushalayim Beit El. The Zo lose he,
V'lo
V'lo
Yerushalayim.
Yerushalayim.
Okay, now, this Rashi is saying, this place where Yaakov went to sleep, right, wasn't Yerushalayim, it was Beis El. It's really a cash on the next pasuk, pasuk Yutes. I mean, Rashi till now has also been understanding, says, Vayifka B'Moko means he stopped at the place, or he prayed, or he stopped at the place, is referring to Yerushalayim. All of a sudden over here, you have Pasuk Yutes telling us, Vayikra Hashem HaMokom Hahu Beis El. Hashem called that place Beis El, which is Beis El as we had in before at the time of Avraham Avinu. That was where Avraham Avinu set up his tent. In the beginning of Parsha Lech Lecha. However, Luz Shemo Elo Rishona. The name of the city originally was Luz. So the place which was originally was Luz was not Yerushalayim. That's what Rashi's question is over here. Zuluzhi, v'lo Yerushalayim. Umehechon lamdu lo makeh. Where did the Chazal learn to say that the place where he lay down was Yerushalayim?
Okay, so Ani Omer Shene'akar HaMoriah Uva Lekan Zehi Kafitzat Haaretz. Whoa. Amura B'Shchitat Chulin.
So it says, Omani, I say, Sheneka HaMoriah Ubolakan. That HaMoriah was uprooted and came to here to Beis El. V'zuhi Kvitzas Haaretz Shamura B'Shchitas Chulin. This is the contraction of the land, which is mentioned in the Gemara in Chulin. Shebo Beis HaMikdash Likrosoi ad Beis El. That the Beis HaMikdash came to meet him as far as Beis El.
Wow.
V'zehu vayifka b'mokoim. And that's what it means, vayifka b'mokoim, that he chanced upon the place. He came upon the place, which means he hadn't expected to come there. Why? Because he expected to be reaching as far as Beis El. Now, there's an important point over here. See, we'll find all the way through this Rashi, very long Rashi. Rashi is very, I can't say disjointed is the right word, but it's there's lacking flow. Because here he's saying, now Rashi's assuming over here that you understand that what's happening over here, unlike Rashi explained at the beginning, is that Yaakov Avinu went all the way to Haran, and then was on his way back. And when he got as far as Beis El, all of a sudden Yerushalayim met him there at Beis El, and Yerushalayim came to Beis El, and he was already there in Yerushalayim. And that's what Rashi means here. He chanced upon the place.
Wow.
Okay, so that's what Rashi is referring to when he said at the beginning, Sha'am HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzadik Zeh Bo'al HaBeis Meloni V'Yipoteh B'Leilino. Okay, which means that Rashi says it over here later, that what HaKadosh Baruch Hu was referring to, that Yaakov had already gone past the Mokom HaMikdash and had reached as far as Haran, and then he headed back.
Oh.
So that's why that's what we're referring to over here. Okay, now we can understand the next piece of Rashi according to that as well. The Im Toma.
Okay, Im Toma v'kishet avar Yaakov al Beit Hamikdash ihula madua lo ikvo sham.
So, now Rashi has got a question. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted Yaakov Avinu to make sure to sleep in the Mokom HaMikdash, why was it that HaKadosh Baruch Hu had him go all the way to Haran, and then come back again? He should have stopped him on the way, saved him the whole trip.
Okay, so ihula.
Okay. I'm just going to read a bit quicker now if you just want to finish till the brackets here. Okay?
Okay.
So what it says, Iu lo yoev libe lispal b'mokim shispal aboisov min shomayim yakvuhu. If Yaakov himself did not have the initiative, right, to want to pray at the Mokom HaMikdash, then even though Hashem wanted it that he should pray at the Mokom HaMikdash, if he had not had the idea to do so, then Min HaShamayim, they wouldn't have helped him. And therefore, he didn't have any inspiration to daven at the Mokom HaMikdash. He would have gone to Haran, that was it. Kosh Baruch would not have brought it that he comes back to Yerushalayim and sleeps there. Yeah, and would have made, and even though Hashem made tremendous miracles in him, he was Kvitzas Haderech, and the sun set early, and various other things. Nevertheless, it would have not, Hashem wouldn't have done it. In other words, there has to be some human input for Hashem to work on and to do all the miracles to bring about that Yaakov Avinu should come to the Mokom HaMikdash. If Yaakov Avinu had not had this some sort of mental input to want to come back to Yerushalayim, Hashem wouldn't have done it for him. Once he had the idea to do so, then Hashem did the rest. But he had to have the mental input to want to go back to Yerushalayim. Once that happened, then we find that many times in stories in the Torah or various places that person, Kosh Baruch Hu, was waiting for that little bit of human input, his thoughts, intention, wish, desire to do something, and then Kosh Baruch Hu will do the rest. In fact, the Gemara in Yuma, a famous Gemara, says, Im tiftach li Pesach chudesha kechudesha machat ani eftach lachem Pesach kepischa shel ulam. If you just make a little opening as an eye of the needle, then I'll do the rest. Kosh Baruch says, I'll make the opening as wide as the pischa shel ulam, which was like a huge opening. Okay, so that's the same idea over here. Okay, that's what the Gemara is saying. If he didn't have the idea to do it, then Kosh Baruch Hu was not going to do it for him. He had the inspiration to go over, then Kosh Baruch Hu did the rest. Okay, so I'm just going to read the last few lines. Iu at Choron Hazel, he went as far as Choron. According to this chart, he actually went to Choron. When he got to Choron, Omar, maybe I've passed by the place where my forefathers davened and I didn't daven. Yoav died till Mahader. He put his mind to go back. Bechozad Beisel, and he actually got back as far as Beisel. The Koftzele Haderach. And then the earth contracted and Yushalayim came to meet him.
Wow.
Okay? Okay, we'll stop here. Done a bit of time, I'm sorry. But there's much to be spoken about this Rashi, the whole concept of how much human input there has to be and how much Akash Baruch Hu does the rest. Okay, have a very good day, everybody.
Okay, you too, Rabbi.
Yeah.
Thank
Go
you.
to.
Okay.